So we're going to give me your arm. Yeah. So we'll just play with this position to begin with. Put your hands together close to your chest for me. Give me your arm. Yeah. So we're in this position, just make a grip. Yeah, so something that looks reasonable. Yeah. So all I want us to do to begin with in this position is just try and get my arm in, just so we can demo. Yeah, and then I'll go. Yeah. So let's say we're in this position. So this position gets shown a lot when people show grip breaks and things around how you grip the arm and break this, and how you break whatever configuration of defense they use. So you might use the rear naked choke, and you have rear naked choke defense, and you have a break for that, and a bunch of theories for that, and people grab with their hands together and clasp, and they have all these different things where you need to break the grip one way or the other. But the fundamental problem for me with this position isn't anything to do with how I hold his arm, grip his arm, whatever, we can go into that. The fundamental problem with this is that my weight is on the ground and it has no weight distribution. So although it's basically a guard position, if you look, I have him in my guard, but it's just his arm that I have isolated. But it's still a guard position. One of the first things I always think with the guard is, particularly for MMA self-defense, is can he stand? And so what I want to be thinking about here is forming technical stand-ups. So if I happen to have this arm through on here, this arm wants to go close to my back. We know this from our technical get-ups. And my next idea is I want to perform a version of a technical stand-up. There are two. One of them I kick the head like this, and I start to climb up on top. And I just edge myself up. How's that feel, Max?
Great.
Yeah. And so I don't really care what his grip is here. I'll take a little bit of pressure on. I don't care what his grip is here. My job is to put my weight on him. It's a side control position from his perspective. It's a guard from mine. But either way, I want to put weight on him before I do anything. And I tend to find that their grip just tends to, it breaks. So we have two technical stand-ups that I can do. Either way, whether I have my arm this way or this way. It doesn't really, in my view, matter. But again, so I have a technical stand-up. This is the kicking technical stand-up. Or I have the one where I bring my heel and knee together and I get on him here. But either way, you see that arm, it's almost impossible for him, once I apply weight to the position, to keep his arms together. And even if he fights, this is horrific for him, and I'm on him. And now I can just start walking his head away, and a lot of the time he'll just tap, and that arm will pop just from me walking his head away from his arms. Because I'm applying weight distribution to it. Yeah, so I'm this way, I can pull and kick, and I'm turning his head if I do that. Or my other option is, I just think about bringing my knee and heels together. But either way, and I want them to touch. But either way now, everything I do has the leverage of me being on top of him, smashing his head. And I can just force these. A lot of the time I just turn and the whole thing breaks. Yeah? So without the person, you can do a few warm-ups on me if you want, but without the person, I have this one. My knee and heel go together, no space between them. I step and I get up. Or there's a kind of classic one you see Gracie's show, where this foot is up rather than it's here, this foot is up. My hand goes right by my hip to support my weight as close as possible. I turn my chin, I kick, head goes down, heel goes up.